Episode 4 of the Testaments quietly delivers one of the most unsettling chapters so far. There are no loud explosions, no dramatic chases, and yet the tension feels heavier than ever. This episode focuses on something far more disturbing, the slow realization that even the safest spaces in Gilead aren't safe at all. Agnes Mackenzie has spent most of her life believing she is protected. She lives in a powerful household. She follows the rules. She trusts the system she was raised in. But in episode 4, that illusion begins to crack. And it starts in the most unexpected place, a dentist's office. At the same time, Daisy's mission grows more dangerous, more isolating, and more uncertain. By the end of the episode, both girls find themselves facing a terrifying truth. In Gilead, safety is only an illusion. So what really happened in episode 4? And what hidden clues did the episode quietly reveal? Let's break it down. Daisy's risky discovery about Commander Mackenzie. One of the most important moments in episode 4 happens quietly during a tea party at the Mackenzie household. It seems harmless on the surface, just another gathering meant to reinforce social expectations. But Daisy isn't there to socialize. She's there to gather information. While everyone is distracted, Daisy slips away. Her target? Commander Mackenzie's private study. But almost immediately, something feels off. The room is dim, silent. And then she realizes she's not alone. Commander Mackenzie is already there, sitting quietly in the corner, smoking. It's a tense moment. Daisy is caught. In Gilead, this kind of mistake could be deadly. So how does she respond? She improvises. She mentions the chocolate on his desk, casually explaining that she hasn't had chocolate since before arriving in Gilead. It's a small detail, but it works. Instead of punishing her, the commander does something unexpected. He lets her go. But why? Is he suspicious? Or does he underestimate her? Either way, Daisy leaves the room, but not empty-handed. She takes a single square of chocolate, and that's when she notices something unusual. The packaging has Japanese writing. This small detail becomes one of the biggest clues in the episode. Later, Daisy shows the chocolate to Garth, who had tasked her with identifying which commanders might be traveling abroad. His reaction is immediate. Japan has sanctions against Gilead. That means travel between the two places should be extremely limited. So what was Commander Mackenzie doing in Japan? Is he secretly negotiating with foreign governments? Could Gilead be forming alliances behind the scenes? Or is something even bigger happening? This moment quietly suggests that Gilead may be expanding its reach, something that could change everything. But while Daisy uncovers political secrets, Agnes is about to face something far more personal. Agnes returns to the dentist. Agnes's storyline in episode 4 builds slowly, but the tension begins earlier in the season. Back in episode 2, Agnes visited Dr. Grove, a dentist and the father of her best friend, Becca. At first, the appointment seemed normal, but then something uncomfortable happened. Dr. Grove made an inappropriate comment. His hands lingered too long while adjusting her protective bib. It was subtle, but unsettling. At the time, Agnes didn't fully understand what she was experiencing. She brushed it off. After all, this was Gilead, a place where young women are taught not to question authority. But episode 4 brings her back to that same office. During a tea party, Agnes bites into a cake and chips her tooth on a porcelain bride figurine. The detail isn't random. In Gilead, this tradition symbolizes marriage. Whoever finds the figurine is believed to be the next bride. Is this just coincidence? Or is the show hinting that Agnes is being pushed toward adulthood and all the dangers that come with it? Either way, the broken tooth means Agnes must return to Dr. Grove. This time, things feel even more unsettling. Dr. Grove tells Agnes he needs to put her under light anesthesia. This isn't unusual for dental procedures, but the way the scene is framed raises questions. The camera lingers. The silence grows heavy. Then, Agnes loses consciousness. What happens next is left deliberately unclear. We see Dr. Grove remove his coat. And then the scene cuts away. Later, Agnes wakes up at home. Something feels wrong. She notices that her undergarment, something she had carefully tied earlier, is now undone. There's no direct confirmation, no explicit explanation. But the implication is deeply disturbing. Was Agnes assaulted while unconscious? The show doesn't say it outright, but the clues are there. And that uncertainty makes the moment even more powerful. For Agnes, this becomes a turning point. It's the first time she begins to realize that Gilead's authority figures aren't always trustworthy. The system she believed would protect her may actually be putting her in danger. And the worst part? She doesn't know who she can tell. Would anyone believe her? Would speaking up only make things worse? These questions linger as the episode moves toward its emotional ending. Daisy's breaking point. While Agnes is dealing with her own trauma, Daisy faces a different kind of fear. By episode 4, Daisy's mission with Mayday is becoming unbearable. The resistance is losing members. 4 more operatives are killed. Each death brings the danger closer to her. She tells Garth she wants out. She's scared. She's overwhelmed. But Garth refuses. He tells her she's too important. But is that reassurance or pressure? Daisy continues, but the emotional toll is clear. As the day ends, she retreats to the bathroom at Aunt Lydia's school. It's one of the few places where she can be alone. She pulls out her radio, her only connection to Mayday. It's her lifeline. The transmission begins. You're listening to Radio Free Boston with an urgent warning for... And then, silence. The signal cuts off. Just like that, Daisy is alone. No instructions. No backup. No confirmation that Mayday is still operating. What does this mean? Was the resistance compromised? Is Daisy now trapped in Gilead with no way out? The realization hits her all at once, and she breaks down. It's a quiet scene, but one of the most powerful in the episode. Daisy isn't just crying because she's scared. She's crying because she realizes she may have crossed a point of no return. What episode 4 really reveals episode 4 isn't about action. It's about realization. Agnes begins to see that authority doesn't equal safety. Daisy learns that resistance comes with isolation. And both girls are forced to confront the reality of Gilead in different ways. But perhaps the most unsettling part is how quietly these moments unfold. There's no dramatic confrontation, no immediate consequences, just lingering questions. What really happened in the dentist's office? Why was Commander Mackenzie in Japan? And is Daisy truly alone now? Episode 4 leaves us with these questions, and a growing sense that things are only going to get darker from here.